These creators messed with Charlie, aka Penguinz0, and were completely destroyed, starting with Jason Wojo. The conflict between Jason Wojo and Penguinz0 began when Jason uploaded a video claiming that going to the gym does not matter.
Here's why the gym does not matter. I'm tired of guys that are like, oh, you know, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to get fit. I feel like I have a pretty decent tone.
It was a short, arrogant statement, but it got Charlie's attention.
I'm sure you've all heard the expression, fake it till you make it. But today I want to take a look at what happens when all you do is fake it without ever making it. You end up like this loser we're about to take a look at today.
From there, Charlie began reacting to Jason's TikToks, starting with one where Jason boasted about being able to take anyone's girlfriend simply because he drove a McLaren.
Take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are I'm gonna take that bitch. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle.
Bro's out here rocking that man dark body type and acting like he for some reason be able to take your girl just because he rolled up in a rented McLaren. This guy's entire personality is money. He's like a real life Mr. Krabs, but with even skinnier arms.
Charlie also pointed out that Jason Wojo was not wealthy and was most likely faking his wealth.
Now, why I don't believe him about the success of his business is because the only thing he shows that's worth money is his car. And that is the only thing worth a lot of money that he's ever shown. So that leads me to believe that it is 100% rented, or he really dumped all of his money into that one vehicle in order to portray himself as a successful businessman.
Within just 13 minutes of the video's release, Jason commented, writing, "Keep giving me views, making my reaction video now to this clown." 2 hours later, he followed through, uploading a 25-minute response titled, "This guy's pathetic. Penguinz0 said this about me." He attempted to insult Charlie by mocking how he pronounced McLaren, claiming it proved he lacked status.
This part pisses me off because he says the name wrong like 8 times in a row. It's not McLaren, it's McLaren. Okay, so that's how we know this guy doesn't really have a lot of status. He doesn't understand these things.
He then began ranting about how he could destroy Charlie in a real fight.
The funny part is that I don't need to be in shape. And you know what? I'm going to make this statement in the video. We should do a boxing match with him because he does not. I'll box this guy. I'll do something with him.
Charlie later returned with another video where he roasted Jason's ridiculous fight challenge.
But what if I was to accept his offer? I feel like that would be his legitimate worst nightmare because I am 100% sure he's never thrown a punch in his life, not even in his dreams, because his bones would shatter. And let's not forget, I do keep that big iron on me. And these pythons, they don't play nice.
Jason, however, refused to quit. The very next day, he uploaded yet another 40-minute response, visibly angrier and more defensive.
Penguinz, whatever his name is.
Brother, you have the video up on the screen. What do you mean Penguinz, whatever his name is? You could have just opened your eyes.
See, this is the part where it's like, you have a number in your name, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if the 0 means anything. Also, if you get that triggered by the fact that I said that, that's a massive insecurity.
However, with comments such as, "This man got his feelings hurt because Charlie spat the truth in his eye and didn't hold back," then he challenges him to a boxing match, as if that'll somehow prove Charlie wrong. This guy's the definition of clout chasing. It was very clear who won. While Charlie completely schooled Jason Wojo for flexing his fake wealth, for this next creator, Charlie wasn't mocking him. He was genuinely concerned for his health. Nicocado Avocado transitioned from a vegan content creator into a full-time mukbanger, eating an average of 8,000 calories per day on camera. His dramatic behaviour, rapid weight gain, and constant public meltdowns became a defining part of his content, and it eventually caught the attention of Charlie. Charlie explained that Nicocado's obsession with attention had turned him from a joyful, light-hearted personality into a tragic example of how fame can consume someone completely.
What I remember, he was even extremely good at an instrument. I think it was the violin, if I remember correctly. He was a vegan. He was just preaching some really positive stuff. But then he started to notice that the videos that gained a lot of traction were videos where he was just fucking gluttonous and eating 1,000,000 calories per sitting. So he stuck with it. And now he has a couple of channels where he does this pretty much every day, and it's been like this for the last 4 or so years. This is what he used to look like in 2017, and then when the videos really started to gain traction, he gained over 200 pounds.
Viewers echoed Charlie's concern, commenting, "You know Charlie is concerned when he's not even insulting him anymore. Kinda ironic how his haters seem more concerned about his health than his fans do." However, instead of listening to Charlie's advice and concerns, Nicocado decided to upload a response video accusing Charlie of profiting off his struggles.
Oh, let's look at his thumbnail, shall we? Let's see what he's trying to achieve with my face like this and a title like this. This YouTuber is slowly killing himself for views. So, are you trying to play the high and mighty game all on your pedestal? That you're not trying to squeeze something out of something? Yes, let's sensationalize things about me at my expense. I don't even know who you are.
Charlie then responded in a video titled, "My response to Nicocado Avocado."
Nicocado Avocado has set a new world record for YouTuber response time for drama. This was a pretty impressive speedrun. Within a few hours of my video being up, he had his entire response filmed and then posted this morning.
He pointed out that Nick was twisting the truth to make him look bad.
Making some of the most revolting noises I've heard in quite some time while undergoing some kind of exorcism.
And me. Who are you? I haven't said anything that you're revolting and you're disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't say that about you either, Nick. I was talking about that shtick you do in your videos where you make a yucky noise. That's what I was talking about. And I think you know that, but you tried to use that as a way to spin it like I was calling you revolting and disgusting for your weight or something like that, which I absolutely wasn't.
After that exchange, the feud between the two went quiet for nearly 2 years. Then, in 2024, Nicocado shocked everyone when he uploaded a video revealing that he had lost over 200 pounds in just 2 years.
Today I woke up from a very long dream. And I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body.
Charlie uploaded a video praising Nicocado for finally taking control of his health and turning his life around.
I made a video like a year ago on a piece of content that Nick dropped where he actually did talk about a weight loss journey that he was going on, and I've kind of just been cheering him on from the sidelines ever since then, just hoping that he'd follow through on that and just to see where it all goes. So to see this come up was not only extremely surprising, just given how much weight he had lost in a relatively short period of time.
It's clear that Charlie only wanted to help Nicocado, but for this next creator, Charlie was determined to destroy him for his lack of morals. Patrick Shu, famously known as TechLead, saw his reputation crumble after CoffeeZilla exposed his crypto scams targeting his fans.
Talk about TechLead's Million Token. What is it? What does it do? Who's it helping? I'm going to walk you through all of it, and also, not to give too much away, but I will at the end of this video also crunch the numbers and show you exactly how much money TechLead has made with this coin, and the answer is millions of dollars. All from a coin which in my opinion is a clever but massive scam.
However, it wasn't until the documentary creator Internet Anarchist received a copyright strike and was doxxed by TechLead after releasing a detailed video exposing Patrick's deceptive behavior that it finally caught Charlie's attention.
Internet Anarchist made a video kind of just going over the CoffeeZilla vs. TechLead saga from a while back, and TechLead decided to copyright strike him and openly, on camera, with 4K video evidence, admit to falsely flagging him and abusing the YouTube copyright system.
Charlie condemned Patrick's actions as a blatant abuse of YouTube's copyright system.
This delusional douchebag attempted to take a victory lap over Internet Anarchist's corpse, gloating about his abuse of the YouTube copyright system. His sensitive little feelings led to the hatred blinding his eyes like cataracts, and him not realizing that he is openly admitting to something you are not allowed to do and can get into big trouble for.
Charlie didn't hold back. He mocked Patrick's justification for doxing and intimidation.
He's afraid he has to be doxxed if he wants to counter the dispute. YouTube jumps in and says, well, you can also hire an attorney if you want to represent yourself. Well, yeah, this is business, right? People have a complaint against you. You can't just be a nobody and hide behind anonymity, right?
You don't even have a real complaint. You have hurt feelings and thinning hair from the stress of being such a whiny loser. This is a ridiculous statement that just because you're in that field, you need to be doxxed.
Finally, Charlie gave Patrick a reality check on fair use, explaining that anyone can legally use clips for commentary.
Let me go ahead and set the record straight here. They are your videos, sure, but anyone can take those videos and make their own creative pieces about them using clips from them.
Charlie completely destroyed TechLead for his lack of morals, but he absolutely obliterated this next creator for her terrible parenting. For years, Ruby presented herself as a loving yet strict parent on her YouTube channel, often enforcing harsh discipline.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago.
But that image was shattered when police were called after her 12-year-old son escaped from her house and ran to a neighbour's home. When first responders arrived, they discovered that he was emaciated and had severe rope wounds. They also discovered another starving child still trapped inside the house. The story horrified the internet, and Charlie reacted in disbelief, describing Ruby as a monster straight out of a horror film.
The woman behind this YouTube channel, Ruby Franke, is basically a monster out of a horror film. Ruby Franke and her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, were arrested this week, and they're being charged with 6 counts of child abuse.
6 months after her arrest, she appeared in court, and Charlie quickly called out her excuses and mocking her attempt to justify her actions.
So she was saying that she was deceived and had a distorted version of reality that went largely unchecked. She then just starts blabbering to try and prove that she had a distorted view of reality, saying, "I was led to believe that this world was an evil place filled with cops who control, hospitals that injure, government agencies that brainwash, church leaders who lie and lust, husbands who refuse to protect, and children who need abuse." Let me pause real quick. Ruby, if this was your view of the world, why wouldn't you want to rise above that and be the exact opposite of that perspective?
While Ruby Franke shocked the world with her horrifying parenting, this next creator disgusted everyone with his creepy behavior toward women. Bentellect was a popular comedy TikToker with over 11 million followers, known for posting short clips of himself reading Reddit posts and laughing. However, on July the 29th, 2023, Bentellect was exposed for his inappropriate behavior when creator Jordan Max shared screenshots of their private conversation, revealing that he had invited her to collaborate on a podcast, but cancelled after she refused to make an OnlyFans. The screenshots quickly went viral, and soon other women came forward with similar stories. It didn't take long for the situation to reach Charlie, who addressed it in a video titled, "Huge Loser."
I've thrown on the formal attire today because we need to discuss something very important. A huge loser named Bentellect. Big goofball, weirdo, lame-mo, behemoth creep.
Charlie highlighted how weird and bizarre Bentellect's messages were.
So the pickle video he's referring to is the podcast was going to be a pickle tier list mukbang or something like that. A pickle mukbang. And it was her idea. It was Jordan's idea. And he's now kicking her out because she declined to do an OnlyFans video with him. So he gets real sad and pitiful, like, no, I get it. I just thought it'd be fun. But clearly it won't be fun. I'm going to do it with someone else then. How about that?
After Charlie's video, Bentellect lost over 300,000 followers on TikTok in just a few months. Although he continued posting, his new uploads struggled to pass 30,000 views, despite having more than 3 million subscribers. A year later, Bentellect tried to respond with a video titled, "Penguinz is the real creep."
Charlie reading strangers' private text messages makes him and his followers more of a creep than me texting a girl. But there's an idiot born every second, and a lot of them are following Moist Critical.
But with over 12,000 dislikes and barely 1,300 likes, it was clear whose side the viewers were on. Charlie ended Bentellect's career for being a creep, but this next creator was exposed for something even more disturbing. Colleen Ballinger's downfall began when ex-fan Adam McIntyre came forward, revealing that she had sent him inappropriate messages, and even personal items like lingerie, when he was a minor. The revelations opened the floodgates. More former fans came forward sharing their own disturbing interactions with Colleen. For weeks she remained silent, until June 28, 2023, when she returned with a ukulele apology. The apology was so terrible that Charlie labelled it as the worst YouTuber apology ever.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
That bleeding in your ears is normal. This is a ukulele apology video. She's turned her accusations and her response into a Disney musical number here, I suppose.
Charlie criticised Colleen for failing to address a single accusation.
You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
Nah, she's given us a one-way ticket to defecation station, because this is some shit here. I don't know how she thought this was a good idea at all. She doesn't even disprove any of the allegations. She just calls it the toxic gossip train, like it's some kind of little musical number out of Magic School Bus.
Charlie also mocked the part where Colleen portrayed herself as the victim and accusing her victims of spreading lies for clout.
Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Once again, this is just like shitting on the victims that have come forward. There are tons and tons of messages as well as videos, like just an overwhelming amount of evidence that's all pretty damning on Colleen Ballinger's behavior from these group chats, as well as just a lot of other things over the years. And in the song, she just reduces that to, I was just a weird loser, sinned and cringe.
He further pointed out the absurdity of her statement, that her legal team had advised her not to speak, but she decided to sing instead.
I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say, so.
Holy shit, she's done it. She's activating 100% of her brain. What an incredible loophole. Checkmate, lawyers. Her legal team must have been there like, no! She got us. How did we not think of that? We never said she couldn't sing it.
Despite being completely humiliated by Charlie, at least Colleen didn't try to fight back, unlike Sneako. Sneako's feud with Charlie began on November 8th, 2022, after Sneako reacted to Charlie's video criticising the Fresh and Fit podcast.
You know, we're both triple-digit notch count. He's in the quadruples.
There is no reality in the entirety of the f***ing multiverse where this man has slept with one woman, let alone over 1,000 of them.
Sneako, who is friends with Fresh, decided to fire back at Charlie.
He gets more than you. He does. You need to learn game, you need to be successful, you need to learn how to DM the right people, you need to learn how to talk, how to be charismatic, how to network, how to be in the right places. Fresh has got this shit down. And I didn't believe it till I saw it. I didn't think he was a version like every other liberal on here talking down. He gets more.
During his reaction, Sneako tried to humiliate Charlie by pulling up a photo of him with his girlfriend.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl. So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get told that monogamy is the answer.
Just 18 days later, Charlie responded with a video addressing Sneako.
The main topic involves a banned YouTube creator that I'm sure you've all heard of before. His name is Sneako. A lot of people compared him to like a diet Andrew Tate. He recently got banned, and he still does make content elsewhere. And recently he started targeting me because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast, whom I think are beautiful clowns that do some very silly stuff that is entirely entertaining to make fun of.
Charlie then dove deeper into Sneako's strange open relationship.
But I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love, like,
get fucked.
You love her? Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other women?
I'm crazy. The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. You know what?
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to, because Sneako is very clearly bothered by that whole situation, but is trying to play it off like a deeper message, like, no, this is actually a good thing, and in fact, I recommend every guy out there try letting their girl get fucked by another man. Then you'll know if it's real, if this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. It is fucking tragic to listen to.
Sneako escalated things even further, challenging Charlie to a fight and even threatening him with a gun.
And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
Charlie responded with one of his most iconic uploads, Sneako is horrible.
But he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson.
He didn't stop there because he completely crushed Sneako's ego.
Hey Sneako, does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since.
Charlie also pointed out that him fighting Sneako won't change anything he had said about Sneako.
Sneako, you beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you. It doesn't do anything. Everything I've said still stands. nothing changes. It doesn't even salvage your ego.
After the internet overwhelmingly sided with Charlie, Sneako finally issued a public apology for his behavior, marking the end to the feud.
I apologize to Moist Critical for showing a picture on stream of you and your girlfriend. That was not very Christ-like. I'm sorry.